name's Brett Solomon. I'm the MD of Cobra ISCA Pty Limited. I've been in the plumbing industry for the last 19 years. Started off at ISCA as a design engineer, so I've been designing, manufacturing, selling and marketing taps and mixers and other plumbing commodities for the last 19 years. So I think something like the World Plumbing Council is quite exciting for an individual like me.
Right. What does WPC 2016 mean to your brands, considering you're part of the major financial contribution, but in terms of local manufacture, experience, technical knowledge, know-how?
I think it means a lot to the Cobra and ISCA brands. Both brands are local South African brands that have been in the market. Cobra over 60 years and ISCA over 35 years in the plumbing game. They are household recognised brands that most South Africans have grown up with. Also, Cobra being the biggest manufacturer of plumbing ware in the country, it just makes obvious sense for us to be heavily involved in this type of forum. We are, as a business, very involved in our local authorities like SABS, like our OPSA, and I think we just take it to the next level. Also, from a business perspective, you know, the Cobra and the ISCA brands are starting to be exposed to more international markets, a lot in Africa, but also in the rest of the world. And this is a good forum for Cobra and ISCA to show the rest of the world their talents, that a South African manufacturer can innovate, can stand up the likes of other manufacturers in the world, and can produce really good quality product. Yeah.
Thanks, Brett. When you speak of the rest of the world, we take it that you're exporting beyond Africa.
Absolutely.
Can you give us an idea of which kind of countries you are exporting to?
Well, recently we're doing a lot of homework and investigation around the European countries. So the product fits quite nicely in the UK markets. The product fits very nicely in Australian type markets. We currently do a lot of export into South America. There's opportunity for us in America as well. And I think, yes, Africa, and especially the neighboring countries of Africa, use very similar specifications to what we use in South Africa from a manufacturing perspective. This type of council and our exposure to the different authorities, governing authorities in the different countries will give us a good heads up and leg up as to what kind of quality standards we need to apply to get into those markets. But I think with the grower acquisition of the Cobra ISCA business, it's opened up a lot of opportunity for the Cobra brand and the ISCA brand to export outside of our normal borders.
Well, that in itself is very exciting. Your export into Africa, that is done through Dawn International Trading, is that correct?
That's right.
And when you go out beyond Africa, is it also Dawn International Trading, or is it your own developments as Cobra ISCA?
When we go outside of Africa, we'll use the grower network to distribute the product through, which is in itself a massive opportunity for the Cobra ISCA brands.
Really?
Those networks are established, those customer relationships are there, and we can then piggyback on the broad and vast experience of the grower network to accelerate the growth of the Cobra and the ISCA brands into the rest of the world. Yeah.
Okay. As the Institute of Plumbing, IOPSA is the host, what would you see as some of the benefits the Institute can gain from this kind of event?
I think really it's about the interaction between similar international bodies. learning from these different bodies, what their experiences are, what their troubles are, what their successes are in the different countries, and applying it to South Africa. And I think that will be the biggest gain, is the information sharing, the networking.
What would you say to people and potential delegates as to why they should attend WPC 2016?
Well, I think from a South African perspective, I think the timing of this particular event is absolutely perfect. I mean, with the looming South African water crisis, the main topic is it really drives home some of the key issues which we are experiencing and will face going forward in South Africa. I think that it is absolutely critical that we have industry there from a South African perspective, and we talk about government, we talk about the specification, infrastructural guys, builders, developers, consumers. You know, the more understanding that people and South Africans and consumers and specifiers get of our limitations as far as water is concerned, the sooner we can resolve these issues.
Brett, whilst exporting is great, what kind of offer does one have in terms of technical backup? What does Cobra ISCA offer in terms of technical backup? Dawn International will sell the brand, as is their role, but if there's a problem with a Cobra or an ISCA product, what kind of technical backup can be offered?
So, for example, Dawn International, obviously, Dawn is a big stakeholder in our business. Their international branches are staffed to be able to service the product in the market. So we don't just go and sell product in the market without doing a significant amount of marketing and training in those particular markets. So each branch and each hub where we distribute through will have the expertise in order to service the product as we do in the local market. I think without that, you shouldn't enter the market at all. And Cobra going on its strength of service in the South African market will certainly drive that through, because we feel that it is a absolute necessity from a consumer perspective to develop a long-term sustainable business unit per region.
Brett, thanks very much for all your input. Anything further you'd like to say in terms of wrapping up?
Well, I think Cobra ISCA as a business are very excited to be part of this event. We hope by the time the event comes out that we have new and exciting, innovative products to show off. I think that as a business, we have a lot of expertise in the plumbing industry that we could share and discuss with different communities, and this will be the platform for us to do exactly that and to expose ourselves to other international markets. So I think it can only be positive for us as a business, and we really look forward to being there.
Thank you very much, Brett.
Thank you.